How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. It's me, Cam from Cam's Com, and welcome back to another daily Chelsea transfer news video. And yeah, it's fucking hot. It really is. My computer's decided, not to work. So the day I get back, I can make videos on my computer. It packs up, but that's not going to stop me because Chelsea transfer news is buzzing at the moment. I'll be talking about Jules Conde, President Kimpembe, Chelsea Academy stars leaving, and much more. So if you're new here, I'm Cam from Cam's Com. I do daily Chelsea transfer news videos. So if you want to stick around, subscribe, turn on the bell. 500 subs soon. Without further ado, let's get on the first story. So of course, starting off with the news story everyone's here for, and that is Jules Conde, who apparently, according to some reports, is looking for a house in London. Supposedly he's talked to Tuchel, and Chelsea are the front runners for the deal. Now, depending on what you want to believe in, if you're a Barcelona fan, you obviously think Barcelona are the front runners, but where are you getting your money from, Barca? Need to look into that. And yeah, so Chelsea are the front runners. It's looking good. I'm going to put up a story here which kind of gets the deal all in one tweet. So yeah, Chelsea put a formal bid of around 45 to 50 million euros first. Sevilla want around 65 to 60 million euros, which again, get that bartering going, get the discussion going. Todd Bowley's going to have a great meal in Spain yet again and hopefully whittle that down. I know we've hired a new director of business, so that's always good news. And also, Kounde is looking forward to the signing of Koulibaly. So hopefully he can learn off him. He's obviously a leader and a great centre-back. So yeah, who'd have thought that the signing of Koulibaly would help with Kounde and maybe Kimpembe, which I'll talk about later. So of course, Kounde, what a signing. He's been on our books for over 18 months now. I've made loads of videos about him. So you probably know all about him. Left-footed, 6 foot, maybe a bit too small, but hey, great talent, future of French football, future of Chelsea football, hopefully. And yeah, I'll be talking about Kimpembe now. Now, on Kimpembe, similar story. French centre-back, obviously starts for France, 26-year-old, moving into his prime, but apparently some stories are saying that he wants to stay in Paris. I mean, who could blame him? He's earning a shit ton of money. There's lots of theories up in the air, but however, with most deals, if the money is there, PSG aren't going to say no. I know Kimpembe says he wants to stay in France, but again, money talks. If the money is good, he will obviously join Chelsea because it's not exactly a bad club to join. Anyway, so Kimpembe and Kounde are also looking like good centre-back options. Apparently, Chelsea are wanting to sign 4 new players this summer window and are making very good business this week, according to Fabrizio Romano. So, whoever you want to believe, it's got a good week to be a Chelsea fan, good summer to be a Chelsea fan because we're making business, we're making moves, and hopefully we can get more signings across. As I said in a video 2 days ago, Chelsea are going to get the defence done and hopefully make 1 or 2 signings, move on to the midfield and up front, which I'll talk about later. But along with Kimpembe and Jules Conde, Chelsea look like Gvardiol from RB Leipzig is going to be another centre-back option. Of course, another young centre-back to go into the project. So, enough of that. As more stories come this week, I'll be talking about that. Without further ado, let's get on with some more stories. And to further on with this deal, Chelsea are going to make it incredibly hard for Barcelona for the deals with Cesar Azpilicueta, which is looking closer, and Marcos Alonso to get Jules Conde. Now, it's a bit of a playground tactics there, where you're not having our players if you don't let us have Kounde, kind of vibe. But again, I don't know where Barcelona are getting this money on. I don't even know how they're attracted to all our links. But hey, they've just signed Lewandowski, so just fork out another 60 million for Kounde. That Spotify deal really is getting his money worth. Is this a deterrent for players? I would have thought so, but again, they've signed about 5 players this summer, so they don't really care that much. But speaking of players, outgoings, and with this, Armando Broja looks like he's going to be joining West Ham on a permanent deal, which is quite upsetting. But Chelsea fans have been, aggravated with this. They've been citing players like Conor Gallagher and Mason Mount, Reece James, who had to go on loads of loans to get their chance at the first team spot, whereas Armando Broja just doesn't really want to go on a loan and fight for a spot, which again, Chelsea fans are getting quite frustrated with. They're like, see you later. If you're not want to work for the badge, then leave. £30 million is the deal that's been optioned. Of course, West Ham is a great club. London, so more attractive. He doesn't have to move anywhere. 6 Premier League goals he had last season, so if we're selling a striker with 6 Premier League goals for £30 million, I know he's our future, but you're not really going to say no. The downside is Michy Batshuayi is somehow still here, but of course the future, the ownership of Chelsea are wanting to change direction and actually offload deadwood, like Ross Barkley and Danny Drinkwater, of course, left on his own accord. So if we're taking this into account, players who are earning too much and not playing enough, like Kennedy, will be shipped off, which is a good sign because we want to get rid of Deadwood and actually have a good future. But that is Armando Broja looking like he's going to leave, which, depending on who you ask, is unfortunate. But in more outgoings, Billy Gilmour, another player who looks like he's going to be leaving permanently because of a lack of game time. Now, our midfield is pretty stacked, with Conor Gallagher look like he's the Cobham graduate who's going to be moving into the midfield. Of course, Chelsea are going to be looking for more midfielders, but the midfield is stacked with Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, Mason Mount and more. Ross Barkley looks like he's going to leave as well, but the thing is, Kante isn't safe as well. None of our midfielders are safe. None of the players are safe from this new ownership, which is really exciting. But yeah, Billy Gilmour, I'm going to leave tweets up as I'm saying. He wants first minutes, and he's saying how his Norwich move last year wasn't very good, highlighted by him being booed at Selhurst Park, which again isn't going to be very good for his confidence, is it? He was a breakout star against Liverpool in that Carabao Cup, which I was at, and I thought this is the future of Chelsea. But one bad loan move and just not ruined his career, but changed the trajectory and the path of his career. But that's all the news for today. Of course, deals are coming, so stay tuned and all that jazz. Subscribe, turn the notification bell so you don't miss a video. But hopefully tomorrow my computer isn't going to be broken, so I can make a more professional video. But if this is fine, it's alright, it does the job. So without further ado, I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we're getting closer to that Jules Conde deal. See you tomorrow.